My next attack that I'm going to be discussing is the denial of service attack, or otherwise known as a DOS attack. The main goal of a DOS attack is to overwhelm a server or site with information so as to keep it from providing the services that it's there for. A DOS attack is important to understand because if it's successful, it will lead to either reputational loss or some type of financial loss, and in some cases, some businesses have failed because of a successful DOS attack. So this demonstration requires two pieces. The first piece is what we see here. It's a demo site that's running locally on my desktop. The second piece of the demonstration is Backtrack. Backtrack is a Linux distribution that's running as a virtual machine on my laptop. Now, Backtrack is actually a specialized distribution that contains some penetration testing tools as well as some digital forensics tools, and I highly recommend this to anybody who's interested in wanting to learn about security. Now, in this distribution, I actually am going to use two tools specifically to do the denial of service attack on my sample site. The first tool that I will be using is something called ZenMap. So ZenMap is a port scanner, and this is something that an attacker would do. Specifically, if he doesn't know the exact server that he needs to attack. So in this case, they would target a specific IP range, and in this case, I know my IP range is going to be in the 192.168.1.0 range. And I would do something such as a regular scan. Now, for the simplicity's sake, I will show you the results of the previous scan that I did. And here I see some results, and after doing some research on them, research through my results, I could see that the port or the IP address that I am specifically looking for is the 192.168.1.151. The reason being is that it's running this Sun-Answerbook service, which through some research on the internet I see is actually an HTTP web server. So, having said that, the next thing I would do, go ahead and open up a terminal where I am going to go to my desktop, and I'm actually going to run Sloloris here. Now, the firewall on the Mac is blocking it, so I'm going to have to allow it in order for it to actually run. As we can see, it's running here, and if we go to our site and we try to refresh it, we see that now the site is not actually loading. We see that it's still in refreshing mode, and we see down here that it's still trying to contact the local host, and again the site doesn't look like it's running. If I stop this and try to refresh it again, I'm still stuck in the same mode. Now, if I go back to my virtual machine, I can see that Sloloris has been working in the background. And now if I go ahead and stop the Sloloris, doing a Control-C, and I end up going back to my website, and I try to refresh it, I'll see that the website is refreshing almost instantaneously, which is what I expect. So therefore, I know that my denial of service attack worked. So the minute Sloloris was working, my website was inaccessible, and the minute I stopped it, the website goes back to normal. And this has been a demo of the denial of service attack.